It's time now to step away from the men's game and meet Christina Kim, one of the most vivacious characters on the LPGA Tour, who spectacularly revived her career with a win at last year's Lorena Ochoa Invitational. When Christina burst onto the LPGA Tour a decade ago, she was as popular for her extrovert character and personal style as for the quality of her golf. She won tournaments in both 2004 and 2005, becoming the youngest player to reach $1 million in earnings. But she suffered a freak back injury during a massage on tour in 2010, reducing her previously impressive distance off the tee. As her game fell apart, Christina went into a tailspin.
I had tough times. That's definitely true. But it wasn't to do with not winning. You know, I mean, golf is something that I do. It doesn't define who I am. But you know, I was definitely. I mean, I was playing horribly. You know, I was injured and didn't know myself or my body well enough to know that when you're injured, you're not going to be playing as well. And so, I mean, I was at the point where I was missing cuts left and right, and you know, it was terrifying because I never thought that I would never play golf again, but I just didn't know what I was going to do.
Mental health is a taboo subject for many professional athletes, but Christina has spoken openly about her struggles.
You know, I had some very, very dark times. You know, I had thoughts of suicide and you know, went through a long period of depression, and you know, just it's so amazing to see how much life changes, but also just how wide the spectrum is in life. You know, you can be down in the dumps to the point of where you want to harm yourself, and then you're on top of the world. You know, it just shows how amazing life really is.
And Christina could justifiably claim to be on top of the world when she returned to winning ways on the LPGA Tour a few months ago in Mexico.
I was just so grateful to be back playing in such a prestigious tournament at the Lorena Ochoa Invitational, because the field is harder to get into than some of the majors that we have. So for me, that in and of itself was a huge accomplishment, and then to win on top of that was, I really still don't feel like I haven't properly celebrated for sure, but I haven't really had time to really reflect on it as much as I would have liked to. It still seems so surreal.
The victory in Mexico was her first LPGA title for 9 years. Christina had been slowly returning to form over many months, helped by support from her fans and fellow players alike.
Christina Kim back on top on the LPGA Tour.
It was a combination of everything, you know. I mean, obviously I had to get healthy again. I had to undergo platelet spinning in a tear in one of the tendons in my forearm, and then, you know, just letting out the fact that I had been depressed, and talking with people, you know, whether it's people that I'm close friends with, my boyfriend, Michelle Wee, Jane Park, they're my blood. On tour, or just, you know, people from Twitter, people on Instagram, people on Facebook sending me messages of encouragement, as well as, you know, talking about their struggles as well. But I think a lot of it was turning 30, because my late 20s sucked. Like, once I hit 30, I said, you know what, this is my second act. I'm starting over, and I'm not gonna be so stressed about everything.
Christina is healthy, happy, and looking forward to the season ahead with renewed passion for the game.
I'm thrilled to be here. You know, I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the next year. You know, 2015 is great. It just sounds good coming out. Rolls off the tongue well. But there's so many incredible stories that I think people are going to learn about in 2015 that is just going to take women's golf to the next level.
And any stories that emerge this year will do well to beat the tale of Christina Kim's comeback.